Hey, I am extremely tired. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite movies. And today I'm going to be doing a movie review on a film I finished watching about 5 hours ago. And it's also 2 a.m. in the morning, and I had 3 hours of sleep, so I am kind of dying inside just a little bit, but I'm used to this already. And that film is The Brutalist. Yay! I finally got to watch this film. This is a new film. Also, I have a sore on my tongue. I can't speak properly. This is a new film from Brady Corbett, who you may know as one of the actors in Mysterious Skin by Greg Araki, or in Michal Haneke's remake of Funny Games. But this time, he is not acting in it, he is directing and co-writing, the other co-writer being Mona Fastfold. Now, The Brutalist is a film that premiered in LA back in November with Beyond Fest, and trust me, I did try to get the movie tickets, but under the impression that I have a film set that day, I did not get the tickets to this film. So I have to wait all the way until late December when I can catch a movie screening, a limited movie screening of this film at AMC Century City, Los Angeles. And not only that, but also I got this little pamphlet while walking into the theater saying the filmmakers want your feedback on The Brutalist. This is not real. This is a real pamphlet. So if you've seen the movie, click on scan the QR code and give your feedback as well. So anyways, The Brutalist, this is 3 hours and 36 minutes long. Holy shit. I think this is even longer than Killers of the Flower Moon. Or maybe, yeah, I think this is even longer than Killers of the Flower Moon. It's absolutely insane. It's a new A24 film, and it is a biopic of someone who doesn't really exist, kind of like Tar. But this time, instead of a crazy, angry lesbian composer, we have Laszlo Toth, who is a Hungarian Jewish architect who fled to America in the late 1940s, trying to find a job, build a new life, and reach the American dream. And this is, again, the epic highs and lows of his journey towards achieving that American dream. And going into the movie, I really didn't know what to expect. And honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest here. I have no idea what the fuck I just watched. Maybe it's because I'm really tired and I nearly fell asleep at a couple moments in the film, but I ended up feeling very confused and overwhelmed by the end of the film. And yeah, overwhelmed because there is a lot of story. This film is, may I remind you again, 3.5 hours long. So there is a lot of story to cover. So at the end of the film, I just don't really know how I could respond to such a film, and because of that, I wish I could rewatch this once more before I make the best movies of the year list. But unfortunately, I have to make that list 3 days later, so I literally cannot. I don't have time to watch this film again. But if I could, I would, because this is definitely a film that would benefit on a rewatch or two rewatches. But let me talk about what I love first. First of all, this film is shot on Paramount's VistaVision film, which is on 1.66 to 1 aspect ratio, my personal favorite aspect ratio, and it looked absolutely fantastic. It is definitely a film made for the big screen and made for a big theater, and I got to watch it on a big screen, and I'm really happy about that. The shot compositions, the film grain, the cinematography, the bold cinematic presentation of the film is just absolutely stellar. And all the acting performances are great as well. Adrian Brody is great as the dejected Hungarian immigrant. But the real star of the show is really Guy Pearce. he is absolutely fucking hilarious in this movie. He sort of plays this rich white guy, capitalist, has no sympathy, kind of like the rich guy in Parasite. He's not a terrible person at first glance, but the more you know him, the more you think, wow, this guy's a fake. This guy is phony. Now, yeah, on top of that, what I also really love about this film is the fact that it has a 15-minute long intermission. And yeah, there are a lot of long films these days, and some people are complaining. They're like, oh, long films. Why do movies have to be long? Short is good. But I disagree. I love long movies. Long movies hype me the fuck up. But the thing is, if you want to make your movies long, please be nice and put an intermission. And thankfully, Brady Corbett added a 15-minute long intermission in this film. I thought it was going to be 5 minutes long, like Seven Samurai, but no, 15 minutes. And that was pretty great. The music is all right. It's sort of this like big orchestral banging drums, horns, and emotional pianos. At some points, it was kind of distracting, but most of the time, the music kind of works well. Now, I believe these are all the things I love about the film. Now, on to the cons. First of all, I am really overwhelmed. The first few scenes got me kind of emotional, just a little bit emotional because I relate to the main character. I come to America because I have a dream, and I line up and I feel overwhelmed. I am in a place where a lot of people also want to achieve that dream. It's competitive, it's becoming hopeless, and you know what? I feel that. I've experienced that. I know how it feels. And the rest of the first half of the film is also fantastic. We have Laszlo Toth meeting Guy Pearce's character and his son, played by Joe Alwyn, and he sort of finds a leeway into his American dream through this architecture. And the way this film frames and composes architecture is beautiful. This is a film that is able to appreciate the art of architecture. So I really, really appreciated that. But after the second half, I begin to feel a bit lost. There are a lot of plot lines and subplot lines. Laszlo Toth's wife getting sick. There's a whole Zionist Jewish go back home to Israel subplot line that was kind of weird and confusing. To be honest, this film does not support nor protest against Zionism, but it does play a strange role, and the film doesn't really follow up on it. And there is one really crucial film near the end of the film that apparently I accidentally fell asleep and didn't see and missed, but that sort of came out of nowhere. And then the ending happened, and I also don't know why it happened that way. Again, the ending of the film just left me more confused than the first half, which I thought was great. Now, that does not necessarily ruin my experience of this film because it is still a great film about the American dream, the construction of American dream, and the second half is the destruction of the American dream. And similarly, even though I was a bit different, my case is a bit different. When I came to America, I know it's not gonna be a happy experience. I know I'm gonna suffer, but I take it in and I'm still following my dreams. But the disillusionment is real. The disillusionment is real, and the Brutalist understands that and represents that really well. I just wish that with its very ambitious runtime, I wish they explore more. Not in terms of more stories, but I wish it has a bigger scope. I know that this is actually a very low budget film. It's like a $10 million film, which is absolutely mind blowing. But still, most of the film revolves around Laszlo Toth trying to build this one fancy building. But at the same time, it is still very overwhelming because there's so many subplot lines going on. So I don't know. I can't really give this a definitive verdict as of now, but I do think that it is a great character drama and a great film about the American dream. So I'm just going to leave it at that. My tongue is hurting, my hair is falling, I'm falling asleep, I'm tired. Um, Go watch this movie if you can. I'm giving The Brutalist a strong 8 out of 10. So, have you watched The Brutalist? Comments below. Let me know. Subscribe if you want more. Thanks for watching.